Good morning. My name is William Michael Forbes, and I want to welcome you to Shortcuts for Your Soul, Wednesday edition. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And the message that I was given today to share with you is a very simple but astute message. Take it easy. And they don't mean like sit around, put your feet up. What they said to me is that you have to get your mind to become still and quiet. It is important you understand the necessity of having a mind that is your servant and not your master. You find confusion only because you have surrendered your responsibility over that mind, and even more so over those bodies that you find yourself in. So what will you do to ameliorate this? What will you do to end this? One of the things John said to me, he said, taking it easy is really about getting this mind and this body still, quiet, and receptive to your awareness, so that the vehicle is working better than the world that makes it try to operate. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. So taking it easy. What are you doing to take it easy today? Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Hello, Rudy. Hello, Ian, Patricia, Bogumila, Castro. Yeah, it's take it easy. The biggest difficulty that humans face is believing that they are a soul. They have ideas, but many of them don't have any understanding that they are an actual non-physical entity, that you are a non-physical entity called a soul, spirit of universal light or love. It's what you are. It's not what your body is. It's not what your mind is. It's what you are. You are a soul that is a non-physical entity that works through the medium of thought and matter, both of which operate at different rates of frequency, but which blend together at a point where they meet, so that your thoughts can affect matter, so that your energy or emotion can affect matter. To come to the understanding that you are a soul puts you back into the position that your Creator intended you to be in, where you can orchestrate and organize the affairs of your world consciously and deliberately, and to cease deferring the responsibility of your life to others. Do you know what we mean by that? To not defer the responsibility of your life to others. That means you think and you reason and you identify and you recognize what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, from your own independent perspective, and not simply accept what you hear without good consideration. Taking it easy means you get your mind and body as a quiet pool beneath you, into which you can drop ideas and information that will affect and impact this world in a very meticulous, precise, and deliberate fashion. But the vast majority of you are struggling with this. The vast majority of you have surrendered your thinking, your creating, your manifesting abilities, trapped exclusively in the medium of matter, trapped in this medium of matter, believing that this is the only thing that defines you, when in reality you are the one that defines matter. Can you not see it in your cities? Can you not see it in your cities? How you have defined matter? You've taken this world in parts and redefined it. You've remade it into something other than what it was. And the same process exists in the relationship you have between your awareness, your thoughts, and your physical body. The conditions of health and disease are effects of a creating process. The conditions of health and disease are a creating process. Nothing in your human world is by chance. Nothing whatsoever is by chance in this human world. But can you get your mind and your body to take it easy? To lend its ear to you only? Right now, many of you have your ears distracted by your televisions and your entertainments. You are distracted by this world and dependent wholly upon it for what you know to be true or not true. And yet, resident within what you are is the truth. You are the truth. You are the truth as what you are, as a being. And the way in which you can affect mind and matter is very precise. But the moment you defer your creative process to another and say, hey, can you fix me? Can you make me better? The moment you defer that process without discernment, it makes no sense to go to a car mechanic for brain surgery, does it? No, it does not. So if you choose to defer your thinking process, make certain that those to whom you are deferring your thinking process truly have your interest and your well-being as something that they hold equal to themselves. In other words, they value your life as they value their own, in which case they would do nothing to harm you or hurt you or disappoint you or steal from you or cheat from you. They would not do this if they viewed you as equal to yourself. And so you find the root for inequality on this planet comes from surrendering your responsibility over that mind and that body. So take it easy for me when they said, William, you've got to tell people to take it easy. We mean like really easy. And they said, easy is meditation. Easy is doing something you love. Easy is caring. Easy is being discerning and discriminating in what you accept or reject in your life. Easy is taking care of your body properly. Easy is teaching your mind conceptions and ideations of love, playfulness, curiosity, excitement, wonder, love, compassion. These are things that are ultimately very easy, and it could have been started very early in your lives, but your educational systems do not lend themselves to teaching your children to understand their own emotional mechanisms, that their emotional mechanisms are a creative force that they possess. It is a creative force that every human being possesses and has access to, although very few of you understand this, and even fewer know how to utilize that knowledge. That your emotion is the substance that is organizing the conditions of your material world, that is the human material world, as the world of the natural kingdoms organize themselves quite effectively. You humans, on the other hand, are in the process of still learning that skill of how to do this. So taking it easy, meditation, taking care of our bodies, getting clarity in our minds, releasing fear and guilt and shame from our consciousness. Really simple things. And it really is, take it easy today. I mean, there's so much change happening. People don't realize that the human element in the creative process is vastly undermined and understood. And there are a few individuals on the planet that are pursuing consciousness and its relationship to matter. But it is already established that if you think a thought, it will affect matter. This is well established. But how do you get everyone to understand that? So take it easy today. Like, get your mind still and quiet. Move slowly and gently with your body. Get reconnected to your inner self, not your mental self. Yes, sorry, somebody wants me to say it is important you understand you must remove unnecessary distractions from your senses. You must remove unnecessary distractions from your senses. Your greatest fear is that you might find your life is actually not as boring as you think. And your fear is that you believe it is. But we can certainly say to you that when you remove distraction and you consider what it is I am here to do, when you consider that I do not need that mechanism to distract me, I do not need that substance to distract me, I do not need those people to distract me. Who am I? Who am I? What am I here to do? And this is a question that we get asked millions of times per second. What am I here to do? And we would simply say that wherever you are, do good, think good, feel good. Treat your body with the love and respect that you would afford your own house pet. Treat your body with the same love and respect you would give your house pet. And treat your mind as a sacred space, a dimension of consciousness that interfaces with the physical and non-physical worlds, where you are able to bridge what you are as a being into the conditions of matter, to become very cognizant of these things, to become very mindful that less, in the case of humanity, is infinitely more. Less, in the case of humanity, is infinitely more. But you do not understand this until you experience it. Thank you. Wow. So we're only going to take a few questions because they just wanted to communicate that today, to take it easy. Get away from the distractions that keep you away from knowing yourself. Yes, someone's saying most humans are hopelessly ensconced in the confines of their mind, believing the conditions of their thought and the conditions of their emotion are the only point of reference that they have for themselves. And this is not true. Your thoughts and your emotions are not the exclusive reference point for who and what you are. As awareness, separate and distinct from thought and emotion, as you pursue that, what am I as an awareness? If I am not these thoughts, if I am not these emotions, if I am not this body, but I use these, if I am not these, if these are an instrument, then who and what am I? To consider this deeply would be the most delicious way for you to take it easy today, to consider, if I am not my thoughts, if I am not my emotions, I am not this body, then who am I? For I know I have charge over this. I can direct this instrument. I can direct it to speak, to move. I can direct this. Then obviously this is a vehicle that I use. And I am an operator of this vehicle. This is something to consider taking it easy with today. That your thoughts and your emotions and that body are instruments that you as awareness use. And we can assure you that if you should indulge in the pursuit of who am I as this awareness that can alter and change thought, can give life to the actions of this body, who am I? This would be a very beneficial way for you to take it easy today. If you are not your thoughts, but you know you have thoughts. If you are not your emotions, but you know you have emotions. If you know you are not that body, but you know you have a body, then who are you? And from where did you come? And your mind, as you've been conditioned to think, will say you come from a deity called God. And we would simply say to you that you come from a consciousness that is significantly more embracing in its awareness of itself than what you are. But should you take this challenge today to consider, who am I? Who am I that can observe these thoughts? Who am I that can observe these emotions? Who am I that can observe this body? Many of you may even remember looking into a mirror as a child in that body when it was very young and you were still evolving it, looking into a mirror, into those eyes and going, who is in there? Who is in there? Trying to find yourself from the body. And yet it is you that found the body. The body did not find you. Yes. So for me, taking it easy is going to be going out for a beautiful walk in a valley and just allowing my body to experience that environment and then just radiating love. Radiating love today. That's going to be my take it easy. But I would listen very carefully to what they're saying. That the distinction. Good morning, Heather. Hello, Allison. Hello, Bogumila. I got my guardian angel John and a few other beings with me here today. Somebody's guardian angel's been with me. They've been poking me in the back. Yes, it is. You're welcome, Heather. It is so important. I mean, we are so distracted by televisions and radios and newspapers and stuff that we have forgotten our authority over mind and matter as a species. We have forgotten our authority over mind and matter as a species. And it's always good to be reminded of that relationship, that you have choice over thoughts. Wow. Yeah. But what you're being told to think, what they said earlier, before they said it's important you understand that who you choose to entrust your life to. Yeah, they're saying anytime you sit in front of a television, you're entrusting your mind to that television. When you're listening to somebody, you're entrusting your mind to that somebody. That does not take away the responsibility of discernment, but you must understand that your mind is your responsibility. Do not defer it to anyone else unless that other may demonstrate that their authority is sound and their results are in alignment with what we call the law of love. It's important you understand this. Do not give your mind over to anybody without proper discernment involved. Wow. So taking it easy today. A question from from Sunny. I do say to myself, I'm not my thoughts or emotions. I sense my energy going haywire around someone. Guides have been saying he's part of my divine awakening. I should go with it in any guidance. Yeah. Well, the truth is, you aren't your thoughts. This awareness that you are, the awareness that you are is the place from which you can only have choice. If you get lost in the thoughts of judgment, I'm not good enough, you get lost in those thoughts, I can't do it right, my life's not the way I want. If you get lost in those thoughts, those types of thoughts will spiral you down into helplessness, but they are not who you are. And the helplessness is not who you are. You are a divine, sentient soul. You're a divine, sentient soul that has choice to say, I will not think that thought. I will not give that emotion attention. You have the authority to do that over your mind and body. But woe to many of you who have given your authority over to those who have not your interests at heart at all. There will be much suffering to come if you continue to surrender your own thinking and reasoning processes to those of this world that care not for you. Please be mindful of this. It is a very interesting time for humanity to awaken. Question from Bogumila. I just want to thank you for the patron session. I want to tell you that I felt warm, gentle energy on the left side of my body that night as I was lying on my bed. That's wonderful, Pokemon. I know I'm getting goosebumps. Raphael is just coming in and saying, blessings and gratitude to you. Blessings and gratitude. For those that have eyes to see will see. Those who have ears to hear will hear. Well, I'm so grateful, Pokemon, that that happened for you. Yeah, it's wonderful. Well, Raphael, I mean, again, going to an authority that really knows. Like Raphael knows how to heal. He's a healer, right? One of the greatest in creation right now. Well, God is the greatest. Right? Raphael is a healer. And so calling on a healer to heal you, knowing that they are a healer, makes sense. Going to a car mechanic to get your car fixed makes sense. Going to a brain surgeon for brain surgery makes sense. Not that you need to do that, because you can heal your body with your own consciousness, right? Yes. Yeah, Raphael, just saying that we are here to intervene upon your request, but mostly from the perspective of instructing you that you may enact and enable such things yourself. That your capacity to heal and thrive is equally profound as our own. The distinction only comes in your having to recognize that, whereas we already have. Wow, thank you. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, the Patreon event was really nice. Tanya's asking, I tried to get in touch with my higher self. She seems like a very tenacious little being that keeps coming back. I want to know, what is it wanting to experience in this lifetime? The first words are playfulness. This is the greatest thing. In all things, there can be playfulness. It is similar to being as a little child. In all things, if you can add playfulness, many of you will find suffering will pass very quickly. But only you can add an expression into the vehicle. Many of you are allowing expressions to be added onto you from the world, but you may add playfulness to your expression in all things that you do. I encourage you to do this. It will be much easier for us to integrate and work together. For that which is above is also below. That which is above is also below. So embrace your playfulness in all things today, and you will feel our spirit aligning. We will never be separate, but we need to be in alignment. One must accept a gift that is being offered in order to receive it. And a gift must be received in order for it to be given. Wow. Thank you, Tanya. A question from Nancy. Any message for me to help? Yes, I felt that too. I don't know who this is coming from, but they really love you, and they're saying, do not despair. Of all things, this is unnecessary. Do not despair. Yes. Release this. Release this. Release this. Turn away from that. Okay, I don't know what that means for you or what that's in relation to, Nancy, but whoever this being is, the very strong male, I feel like it's a very grandfather energy. Not like native grandfather, but like a grandfather from your culture, but I don't know where that native energy is coming from. Do not despair. It is unnecessary. Thank you, Nancy. Hi, Carolyn. I felt a pressure on the top of my head earlier. May I ask who it was? It was Archangel Michael. He's saying, keep your head up. Keep your head up. By that I mean that it's important you keep your thoughts, your mind, your attention higher. Do not let your head look down. Okay. Question from Heather. Can entities come over a person's body from the TV? Heather, that's a great question, and I got an immediate yes for that. You can actually, depending on what you're listening to and the vibrational, yeah, there's this flurry of information coming from many sources right now. Depending upon the source that you are choosing to receive, the nature of the quality of that source can alter and change the frequency of your biology and your mental psychology. And in that process, it can alter those frequencies so that you can align to lower level entities or higher level entities. We recommend being in a place of astute awareness and not allowing what you do not wish to have in your life into your attention. But any of you that sit in front of these devices, be mindful that the vibrational nature of what is coming to you alters your frequency. Just as the beautiful sounds of certain music can make your body wish to sway, while certain ideas, conceptions, emotional energies that are projected at you can align you to those frequencies. And from what we have observed in your media systems, there is much suffering and darkness and fear and pain to keep humanity entrenched in its suffering a little longer. We recommend that you be very mindful not to allow lower vibrational information or energies come into your sacred place. Your sacred place is that consciousness that you are within this mechanism. This is the sacred temple in which you reside. It is important to let nothing into your house, into your temple, that does not please you. Thank you. Great question, Heather. It's so true. The vibrational nature of information, people don't realize that. A lot of people don't understand. Nancy, this doesn't happen very often, but Nancy, they're saying, do not try to not despair. Do not despair. If you are going to try, you are encouraging yourself to fail. Make a commitment. I will stay in a place of joy today. I will keep my thoughts in this energy. I will keep my light bright in love, in peace, in compassion. And any time the voice of despair or uncertainty comes to me, I will say, no, I shall not listen to you. I shall give my ear to this voice that says, I am love, I am joy, I am here for love's purpose. Wow. You're very welcome, Carolyn. Question from JC. How to best deal with stressful family event this weekend? Trying to get in a better place. Well, I'm going to answer that from my experience personally. I've got 12 siblings and a very diversified family system. When you need to go to a family event like that, do not become a conspirator. Become a conspirator of love. In other words, always seek to keep people in a higher place. In my family functions, if people come up to me to complain, I usually say, oh, it's going to be fine. It's going to work out. I don't know how, but things always have a way of working out. I keep to the positive. I keep my energy high. And it's funny, less people want to talk with me, but I'm good with that because I'm happy with who I am inside. But yeah, really don't get into any of this stuff that does not support who you are. But come from love. Remember, most people on this planet, 90% of people on this planet, are being conditioned to think a certain way, are being programmed to emote a certain way, that are being aligned to certain vibrational frequencies through mass media communications and programming. So forgive them, have patience for these people that do not understand. They've been programmed to be fearful and afraid and angry and disappointed. Have compassion for them. 9 out of every 10 people are not very happy on this planet. It's not that they don't want to be. It's that they're feeding their minds with all this fear all the time. How can you, eat dead flesh and expect to have a healthy body? How can you expect to listen to fear and terror and sadness and shame on the television all the time and expect to feel joy? Know the sources. But yeah, go there and stay of good spirit. Stay of good spirit. That's the best way to do that. Stay of good spirit. Thank you for that, Carolyn. Really appreciate that super chat. You're welcome, Heather. Yes. Question from Rudy. Is there a message about my headache last night? I was having a hard time releasing it. You've got a guardian angel that's trying to get through to you, and there's a part of you that's resistant to it. He's saying, tell her to go back to the original discomfort. Go back to the original discomfort. Go beyond the physical symptom. Go beyond the physical symptom. Go beyond to the physical symptom. Go to the emotional element of what I'm trying to communicate to you. Go to the emotional element of what I'm communicating to you. Do not misunderstand what the message is. It is not of suffering. It is of freedom. Wow. Okay, well, guys, I'll take one more question from Ian today. Any advice or input to me on healing my body? Thank you. Well, there's a whole range of things that are flooding in right now. But the most important one that they're telling me is to give your body the love and delight that it is seeking from you. That which suffers calls forth your love, not your disdain nor judgment. That which calls forth your love, give it your love. This beautiful vehicle in which you find yourself is in need of love. And so it is important you understand this, that the aches and pains of your biology are not simply aches and pains of your biology. They are actual communication from your body to you saying, I need you to love me. I need you to care. Now, there are several tiers in which you can consider this fulfillment of love can function on. The first tier is, are you giving your body that which it needs, the physical nutrition that this physical form thrives and lives on? Are you giving it the vibrational nutrition it needs? Are you giving it the playful activity that it needs to play, and jump, and run, and laugh, and smile? Do you give it playtime? And what of your mind, that beautiful, wondrous mind that all of you have, but few of which of you know how to use properly? You are all still learning, we understand. But understanding this mind, do you feed your mind with joy and light? Or do you feed your mind with fear? If you feed it with fear, your mind will need love as equally as your body needs proper food in the form of love. This position of awareness, of being willing to extend your love to that which suffers, will go a great deal to liberating you from it. For many of you try to get away from the discomforts of your body, the discomforts of the world, rather than learning how to transcend them with your love and your light. Thank you for that super chat, Pokemon. I really appreciate it. And on that note, I think I'll take one question from Manoj. Master Jesus is laughing. Yes, like a child pulling on my robe. Yes, I understand. Give him this light. Give him this simple light. Give him this simple light. Silence. Silence. And be still in that house. Listen to the whispers of your Creator in the stillness of your mind. That which you seek from me is in thee. That which you seek from me is in thee. Let the stillness of your mind liberate you from your need and your fear. It is simple. The stillness of your mind. Pay close attention, and you'll discover that that which you seek from me is in thee. I love it. Thank you, Master. I want to say thank you, everybody, for showing up today. I want to wish you all a wondrous and a joyful day. I'm going to see you on the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. Yeah, it's an amazing time we live in. I have such concern for humanity that you have gotten distracted by things that do not really require your attention. Go back to the place of silence within you. For what you seek in me or another is what is in you already. Much love, everybody. Have a wondrous and joyful day. Go play and take it easy. Get your mind quiet and still. Get your body relaxed and open. Take charge of the temple again. Turn your televisions off. Turn your distractions off. Get back to a quiet place in your own consciousness so that you can begin to rediscover what you are. Who are you as awareness? Who are you? You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not that body. They are instruments you use. They're instruments that you use. They're not who you are. So please understand. Take it easy today. Take it easy. Much love. Bye for now.